to Pat's Facts and More. I'm Pat. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you stopping in. If you're returning to the channel, thank you so much for returning. Make sure to like and subscribe so I can keep this content coming your way. Today we're going to talk about wild turkey. Jimmy Russell, who's a legend in the bourbon industry, and if you don't know who he is, you probably don't need to be looking at videos about bourbon. But Jimmy had a 70th anniversary at Wild Turkey as their head distiller, and they released this 8-year 101 proof bottle to commemorate that. I think the MSRP is, let me check my notes on this. MSRP on this thing is about 50 bucks. And I think I paid somewhere in that ballpark. I ended up getting it, I didn't get it, I ended up paying a little bit more than 50 bucks. I'll just say that. I've got some notes here on this thing, and forgive me for not having these memorized, but I have to go back. Mash bill on this thing is 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. Sounds like a winner to me. Alright, so again, Jimmy's been there 70 years. Said he ain't never worked a day in his life. I mean, some of the quotes. He's like I said, he's a legend. He's been making bourbon there how he wanted to make it. They said there was a trend in the 80s of the bourbon getting watered down. Said Jimmy didn't change a thing, stayed with what he wanted to. This is a lifestyle channel, so and I've been blessed. Met a lot of people over the years. Do a lot of networking, so it affords me bottles like this where a lot of people can't find them. Also affords me cigars like this. Now anybody that knows me will tell you this is my absolute favorite cigar. This is made by Arturo Fuente's company. This was the mastermind of, everybody calls him my uncle because they wonder how I end up with so many of these. Carlito Fuente made this Dominican Puro, and this thing is absolutely fantastic. Somewhat of a medium to full. Always draws perfect. They say you can't rush the hands of time. That's one of their slogans, and these things are pretty much they're spot on. I've been smoking these cigars since I was probably about, I think they came out in 90. This Opus number 2 I think came out in 95. So since my 20s, and it's stood the test of time. Now, with this pairing going on, let's get into the Wild Turkey. 8 years. I've had this before. It's not like the regular Wild Turkey 101, even though it's 101 proof. But let's just get into this thing, and I'll give you my honest opinion of it. Alright. It's in a single barrel. It's a small batch. It's a blend of what was Jimmy's, his favorite barrels from favorite rick houses. So it's not just a single barrel. That thing on the nose. Get on honey. Give me a slight little bit of raisin on that nose. Great nose. That's what I remember. Let me hit it one more time, just make sure I'm getting what I'm getting on there. But it's sweet, not sweet, overly sweet. I know I say that about a lot of bourbons, but it's definitely not drying. It's got a nice finish. Starts off. All right, that's not honey. That's kind of a toffee. Middle of the road. It's not too heavy. It's kind of definitely not light. Probably drinks more like 90 proof. It's a good bourbon. It's a good bourbon. 101's a good bourbon. But 101, you can drink it neat. You can drink it as a mixer. I prefer it as a mixer. A lot of people sleep on Wild Turkey's products. Hell, these Russell Reserves and the 13 and the 15. In fact, there's another one. I'm gonna probably do it at a later date. Russell Reserve Private Barrel Selection. I picked this up. Word has it that there was a group of guys that went and picked this thing up, and apparently Jimmy was may or may not have been instrumental in helping them pick this barrel. But I've been through a couple of these, and they're great. Now, this is a different animal than this. This one's a 9-year. I think this thing is about 110 proof, if I can remember. I don't have my glasses on, but we'll get to a review of that. It's 110. This is 101 proof, and at 101 proof is drinking at about 90 proof. Like I said, it's got that toffee on there. Medium bodied, very nice pour. Medium finish, doesn't stay on the palate too terribly long, but yeah, you're rolling with a good bourbon on that. $50 price point. If you find that thing, pick it up. In fact, you probably ought to pick up a few of them and stock them away. I don't know what the availability on that thing is, as far as how many bottles they produced. I know here in North Carolina, I'm not seeing it on the shelf like that. I think South Carolina might have had it at one point at your local Costco's and stuff like that. They had it at a lot of liquor stores. It made a run through, but I don't know how many of them hang around. I think they got bought up. I'm a little late with this review. I've had that bottle for a little bit, but again, I'm not rushing anything. Not rushing these reviews. I want to try to get y'all a few out a month so that got something to bite on. But bottom line, this is a good bourbon. Now, on to this guy. I can tell you right now, this thing this is one of my favorites. And I think with any of the heavy hitters, consistency is the key. That's the key to anything. If you're consistent, you make a good product, you consistently make a good product. Like I said, I've been enjoying these things since my early 20s, and they've always been consistent. I've never had a bad draw, never had one that was all flavors. Fantastic product. I'll give you the whole rundown. It's Calibri. This has got a dual cut. It's got a regular guillotine on one side. It's got a V cut on the other side. Perfection number 2 is a torpedo, but I do like to hit that thing with a V cut, and that thing gives you a fantastic cut. If you can see that V cut on there, this is a good cutter, but gives you a little more surface area to draw. Not like you need it. This thing. Let's just. Let me verify that this thing's firing on all cylinders. I'm over here I'm over talking it. This thing is I don't remember what this thing was. I've had this lighter for so long. It wasn't a cigar. It was a what was this thing? This was a Lotus. That thing, this is just consistent. It's always fantastic. Now, I want to let y'all know how much I appreciate y'all. Help me grow this channel. Hit your like button, hit your subscribe button. If you like the content, you want to know more about these bourbons, more about these cigars. I didn't really talk about this thing. I just puffed it and started. I'm sorry, I'm so used to this thing. This is like putting on my favorite Levi's jeans. This is about a medium to full, somewhere between medium and full. A lot of people get scared. Oh, Opus are supposed to be full body cigars. This one is about a medium to full. Starts off, now, you talk about, I said this thing had a hint of raisin. That's why I paired it with this cigar. Opus flavor profile reminds me of raisins or currant jelly or honey, nuts. It's really not a beginner cigar, but if you're like me and you're 20 something and you're beginning your journey. I started with Fuente and I'll probably die with Fuente. I like Padrones, I like Pete Johnson stuff, Drew Estate, you name it, I probably got it, but I'm loyal to the Opus X #2. I mean, this is just my favorite cigar. If anybody wants to give me a present, they're like, we don't know what to get old Pat. You roll up with a Opus #2, I ain't never gonna be mad at you. You can roll up with this Wild Turkey, I ain't gonna be mad at you neither. That's about all I got. Thank you for joining me. Again, I love you guys. I like bringing you guys these reviews. If you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. You want to hear about one, I'll be more than happy to run out and buy it, or you can send it to me, I'll review it too. You guys have a great one, and until the next one.